Feels like it's going to start at some point. Hi, guys. Hi. It's your girl, Sunny D, and
your boy Willie Styles in the building.
Yes, we are. Welcome to tonight's podcast. It's been a minute, guys. We feel like I missed you guys. I don't know. I feel like I've been missing out. So happy
right?
to be.
Don't it feel like it's been a minute?
I feel like it's been a minute. Like I feel like we've been on vacation or some shit. I don't know.
Right.
I don't like it, but
I guess we have
rate,
kind of been on hiatus now. I got a little vacation, like a little break. It's been a little.
I don't think it was a break, but I guess.
Well, you haven't had a break. I had a break.
I've been in final world and stress and anxiety, so that's where I've been at. I don't.
Right.
Willie's been living it up. He's probably been on vacation like 3 times over. I don't know. But anyway, if you're listening right now, you're watching. You're right now live with us on YouTube and Facebook, which we're here every Monday at 10 p.m. on YouTube Live and Facebook. And if you are not watching currently, you're going to catch the playback, which is free and on demand on Spotify, iHeart Radio, Stitcher, Google Play Music, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Blog Talk Radio. And again, you can rewatch it on Facebook and YouTube. That sounds redundant, but you can go do that.
No doubt.
And while you're doing that, you can also go head over to teespring.com/stores/GFT Radio and cop some merchandise. And I just made the mask.
The mask, yes, definitely. Yeah, the mask.
I'm gonna order me one. I'm gonna order me one. Friday is payday. That's when I will be ordering mine, unless COVID like to send me a stimulus that I'm all
Right.
here for, so I can get me and buy me some stuff instead of paying all these bills that's happening while we sitting around here just wasting time and taking up energy and space.
No
but
I already copped two masks. I got the gray and then the white. So I
definitely want the gray because I like the way that one came out. The white, definitely, of course. Why would I not? I already got 2 GFT Radio masks because I had those created outside of that. But I'm gonna.
She out here was flossing with the mask.
And guess what? I went out to dinner the other day and I had my GFT Radio mask that I had. That was like, oh, that's nice because my outfit was yellow, so I like, well, I'm gonna wear with that. I had a white mask, so why not? That's how I was doing dinner. But go ahead and get that. You see that we got everything. Oh, we got the fanny pack too. Go show the fanny pack.
Oh, fanny pack too? Oh,
yeah, it's right there next to it.
Oh, is that the fanny pack right there?
Yes,
oh,
there
you go. Ah, got you.
That's the type of time I was on. Like, I can make a fanny pack. Oh, I'm here for it. I'm gonna get one of those too.
Right, no doubt.
We got mugs, pillows, everything. So go to that website, teespring.com/stores/GFT Radio. Yeah, Willie, show some of our merchandise. I gotta see that's the page you gotta go to. And you see everything.
Yeah, got the petty shirt. I can be real petty.
I had that on the other day.
No doubt. The thing is, I got to get a new shirt that says the thing is, because the only shirt I have is like a long sleeve, and I need a short sleeve shirt.
Yeah, I'm still mad because I just bought shirts, right? My daughter walked downstairs in one of my shirts. So I'm like, so listen, we're going to have this conversation all the time. Stop touching my shit. Like, go buy your own. I'll give you the link.
Right.
Like, I'm definitely going to make sure, like, at this point, if she's taking to school with her, that's actually good because that's free promotion of North Jersey. Right. So maybe I'll have to buy me some more and let her take the ones that she already been wearing because she just I bought my logo shirt and she already took that. Oh, like, okay. I never wore it. Like, that. I told you I put in the washer and she walked downstairs with it on the next day. I've never worn it. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere in her room. Lost in translation. So, yeah. Right. That's what we do. So get your merchandise, support our podcast, support us while we support you guys and do what we do to make this podcast happen weekly. What I was going to say.
Good evening.
Hey, Dane. My brain is left.
Hello, Dane.
It's like my face is big and shiny. I'm going to go back like this. I feel like
yeah, you don't have to get too close. Yeah, we can see you.
But like I'm super light up there.
Right. You already like seeing it too.
Don't do that because my sister's like, can you turn the light off? I'm like, sure. It's not that serious.
This is pent up, jokes that we missed a week. So
no, and it's funny because I don't realize how light I am. I don't think I'm that light, but I don't realize the lightness of my skin until I take a picture and it's like, oh, okay.
Right.
I thought I was a couple shades darker. I got a whole tan this summer.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
And I still look like a pale person. I don't know. I'm trying.
Right.
But at any rate, we got a great show lined up for you guys tonight. So if you're tuning in, drop some comments, share, and join in the conversation with us. And if you want to actually join in on the conversation, hit us up. We'll slide you the info, and then you can come actually physically be on, not physically, but virtually, be social distancing with us while doing the podcast.
No doubt. No doubt. All right. So tonight's topic, I don't know if you remember the exact title, but tonight's topic is: Are you wasting time waiting for them to change?
I think I've been wasting time. I'm wasting my own damn time, but I guess
Everybody needs a hobby.
Right.
That's not a hobby. That's just, I don't know what the fuck that is. That's a sick addiction. Just wasting your time.
Right. Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. Yeah. Definitely don't want to do that. But yeah. Yeah. So I had where was I at when I saw this? I was on. Man, I feel like I was on Instagram, but of course I can't remember exactly. It's been a little while since I've seen this. But basically, what it was it was a meme. I think. Yeah, it was a meme. It was talking about trying to change people and not wanting to or wanting to see their potential and that kind of thing. Then I saw a video. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to play the video. That's what I wanted to play. And so basically the video was talking about, trying to encourage or not encourage, trying to wait for someone to change, and what that looked like in terms of oh dang, did they take the video down? Let's see. I think they might have taken the video down. Nope, it's right here. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna play this video. It was from I Am Heather Denise, and I gotta. How do you get this out of here? Stop screen share, and I'm going to.
I got to figure out how to do that screen share. I did it in one of my group meetings.
You did it in what?
One of our group meetings for work.
Oh, got you.
Use it on what do you use it on? Your group meetings.
Meet. We do it on Microsoft. What is it, Teams?
Oh, Teams. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Hello, you guys. I am Heather Denise. All right, listen. So I thought I'd do a video with some words of encouragement for those that are in relations right now, and you're struggling with the thought whether to let go or whether to hold on, because you're banking on what we call change. So now that I'm well into my 30s, I thought I'd share a little bit of words of encouragement, because I've been there, I've done that. So you have three options. Either you can stay, either you can let go of the relationship and build your friendship with that person, or either you can completely let go. If you stay in the relationship, I'm not saying change is not possible, but what you have to consider is, when will that change happen? And what if it doesn't happen after you've been in this relationship for 4 years? Yes, you'll learn some lessons, but you'll have a lot of wasted time. Option number 2, letting that relationship go and working on your friendship. Because I think many times, a lot of people, when they see an individual, they see, okay, I want to be with this person, instead of actually building a friendship with that person. Because when all else is failed, and your relationship isn't going quite well, you have your friendship to hold on to as well. Many times, people struggle with change, and maybe he'll be faithful. Maybe she'll love me more. Maybe he'll do better with my kids. Maybe she'll see the efforts that I'm putting into this relationship, and she'll do the same. Maybe she'll be more motivated financially and want to do something with her life. People are waiting for those kind of changes to happen. And sometimes the older a person gets, the less likely they're going to change. And that's just it. Because we're going to become more set into our ways. And that's just the way it works, unfortunately. Number 3, either you can completely let go. None of these options are bad options. But if you let go, move on. If you wasted years, time, money, investments into this individual who is still stuck into their ways or not trying to be reasonable, compromise, or trying to love you the way you deserve to be loved, just freaking move on. Because as you already know, there are more fish in the sea. Simple as that. You are not obligated because of kids, because of time, or because of whatever other people think to stay in your relationship, banking on your happiness and hoping that person will change. Remember that. Allow God to take your will. Allow God, I challenge you to allow God to take your will and move you in the right direction. Hello, you guys. I am.
All right. So that was Heather Denise and her stance on waiting for someone to change, or what should you do?
She was talking
She
to
was
me.
talking to you directly. She was
talking to my soul and my spirit.
Exactly. No doubt.
Have I heard you? I hear you. I need to get my life together.
So what's your thoughts, Sonny? What do you think about that?
I feel like that. I agree, because I know for me personally, I've waited for people to change and realize that some people just aren't going to change. And sometimes you don't realize, not necessarily they aren't going to change, you're not the person that they're willing to change for.
Right.
More importantly. And I think that people forget that, because if you know, like people know what their issues are. They know them. You can tell them their issues all day till they're blue in the face. They know what they are. They can choose. You can't change somebody that doesn't want to change themselves.
Right.
Most people change is because they want to change either themselves, or they want to be a better person for whoever they're trying to be a better person for. You may not be that person that they're willing to change for.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So that's number one. Number two is, you do all that wasting your time. This is where you get, from what I believe and from personal experiences, you wait for them to change, right? And that's what it goes back into what I just said about how they're not willing to change for you, because they're not, you're not that person for them. But you that's why you get the females or the guys that be with a girl for like 12 years. They just been doing with their bullshit. They left them, and then they went and married somebody else, like immediately. Met somebody, everything is the best shit ever, and now they married. And you still single, trying to figure out what the hell happened.
Right.
And you weren't that person for them. They weren't willing to change for you. No matter what the person you thought you weren't that person that made them feel like, you know what, I need to get my shit together because this is the one for me, and I need to get my shit together.
Right.
So I think that's more of the thing. And as much as I'm hear myself say this, and I know this, I have sat there and waited for people to change, and even currently waiting for somebody to change who they are, because, and that's another thing that we do. We have and I posted it on Facebook the other day. We have this ideal of, you know how you like somebody, but you see the potential in them?
Exactly, yeah.
They're not there yet, but you see it.
Mm-hmm.
You're waiting for that person to show up, but they're never going to show you that person, because, as I said before, they're not going to do it for you.
Right.
So it's not going to be for your benefit. So that's the thing that I think we all do at some point in lives and stuff like that. It just happens that way.
Right. Yeah, it looks like Brittany Brittany feels you. You touched her soul right there.
No, because that's facts.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely agree about the actually, Damon, did you want to jump in?
Yeah, speaking of Brittany, girl from PA that used to no, I'm kidding. But no, but growing when I was a little bit younger, the girl I was dating, we had same goals in mind. Like I said, I didn't want to have any kids. Then after a long time in a relationship, she changed her mind. Mm-hmm. My feelings still hasn't changed. And I'm thinking, why is she trying to change me to change my feelings?
Because we're just getting started.
Okay. Yeah. Why are we change? Like, why do I have to change, or why does she have to change? No, I'm not gonna try to change her how she feels. That's she's in a different area than I am. And as far as what Sonny was saying earlier, a lot of people have that misconception or have that fantasy they can change somebody, or they marry or date potential. Now, what if that person doesn't want to do that? Oh, thank you, Brittany, for they fall in love with for potential. People still see, like, I could see you doing this and doing this, but what if I wasn't ready? And that caused a disaster relationship, waiting for potential, waiting for somebody to get to the same level you are. I wasn't ready until like my 30s. Niggas ready for no, they're ready in their 20s.
Right.
No, it's fact that a lot of women, most majority of women, mature faster than men. I
Mhm.
wasn't ready. I wasn't in that area where she was at. And for a lot of people to date potential and marry potential, sometimes it works out, sometimes it won't.
True that. True that. Yeah, you both made great points, and definitely Brittany's point about falling in love with potential being a dangerous thing.
Yes.
And I think a lot of times we do that when we're younger because we see the time. We don't. Well, not that we see the time. We see this unlimited amount of time that we have to get to that potential, right? And I think that's why a lot of times that happens when you're younger. Because I mean, let's face it. When you're younger, you normally don't have a lot of accomplishments. You usually have some things that you still need to do. You have dreams, you have aspirations, you have goals, and so when a person sees that in you and they want to either foster that or encourage that, they'll stick with you, right? But like you said, a lot of times there are situations where people are at two different points in their life. You may have, the person that you are being ready to make a move, but not quite in the right place to make that move. While the person that you're dating sees you as the person you're going to be, and then not knowing, that you're not, that you're years away from being ready. I think that a lot of times we have to uh, learn when is enough, or when have you made that person so comfortable, right? Because that's one thing I've noticed is that there are situations where people have made the person with potential comfortable in either what they're doing or how they're doing it. And I know I had that issue when I was young. I had a business. I had a couple of businesses. I was at the time in my mind making good money, and
RCIS?
yeah, and the person I was dating was happy with what I was doing. And so I was thinking, like, I found success. I'm good right now. I can just, sit back and hit cruise control. And if had I been with someone who was like, hey, this is great, but it could be better, either motivating me, or let's say if even if it was her at the time, maybe she'd have been like, oh, let's see you do this, or let's go for that, and let's do this type of business, or let's do this kind of opportunity. And I'm like, oh, but look, we got a nice house, we got enough food on the table, I don't have to work too hard. It's cool, right? It's cool. And not, like you said, not being ready at the right time. So that will create some tension, that could create some dissatisfaction. But yeah, that's kind of what I went through, though. And on the flip was, I wanted more out of what she was doing. She thought, well, hey, you're already making money. We already have the house. We already have the cars. We already have what we need. And she didn't see anything wrong with just chilling at the crib, doing a regular day-to-day job, not really making any ambitious moves. And she just got comfortable, And I think I waited like 6 months. And I kept telling her during that 6 months, like, hey, why don't you go to school for this? Or why don't you look into this career? Or why don't you love to do this? Why don't you go do that? But she just didn't see anything wrong with that. And so I ended up saying, you know what? Enough was enough. I learned early on, because I had already been on my own for a long time. I think by then I had already been on my own for maybe about 10 years almost, or 8 years. And so
You was pre-ready at 17, though.
Yeah.
You
But you
wasn't
know
home.
what Brittany said? But you
You
know
mean
what
you was
Brittany
out
said
the
that
house
I
at
had to.
17, but still lived at home?
Exactly.
Yeah. But you know what, Brittany, that's why I said that. People, when you fall in love with the potential, that's that line, because you see the future. You don't, like, you kind of miss, like, you kind of glaze over all the other
Exactly.
shit, like the red flags and they ain't ready, like all that shit. You skip over that because you like, I
But
see the end result, and they're
but
nowhere near the end result.
Sonny, and people also grow at different paces. Like you might meet each other at the same level. Like I mean, but like, oh yeah, I have this goal in mind. Give this goal in mind. Y'all might have the same goals initially when y'all first meet, and as y'all get together, one starts progressing more than the other. Maybe job, life, or something may hinder them or push them forward, and it might slow the other person down or speed that person up. You never know. I mean, as long as y'all still have the same goal in mind, I guess are you gonna be patient enough to wait?
Well, no, because you.
No, I'm just saying.
Here's the thing about that.
Let me flip it. Let me flip it.
Go ahead.
So we're talking about goals. We're talking about ambitions, things like that. But what if it's an emotional change?
Yeah.
What if you want your partner to have an emotional change in terms of how they treat you or how they treat your kids? Maybe it's something you don't agree with. Like they may say, hey, I'm not that they want you to do all the housework, but let's just say that they have gender roles that they're like, when I come home, I want you, like, Sonny, I want you to be, at home with dinner on the table as soon as I get there. But you're trying to, get your career. So you're like, I want him to be a little different about this. Like maybe he should come home and cook the meal. Are you going to wait for that man to make that emotional change, to make that, that mindset change for you?
Sonny?
Unmute myself very quickly. I'm trying to unmute myself. But no, I definitely agree, because it's flip side too, because it's flip side. It could be same as females too, because you may get to that point where you need them to be emotionally there for you, and they're just not, and that's what you crave. Everything else could be on point. That one part could be the problem. I know one of my relationships that was a detriment, because when everything else was good, you were there, you showed up, you did everything right, but when I needed you at the most vulnerable point in my life, you let me down. And it's like that point, we can't get there, because at the one point I needed you to be there, you just was like checked out. And so you have to be understanding that you need to be present all around the relationship. Same with, like, I've been told at times that I come off cold and emotionally disassociated from situations.
Right.
So I got that, and I'm a female. Like, females are emotional, understand, third. And I had people that's like, you don't give a fuck about me. You're not even there. Like, you don't. And for a while, that's how I was. But early on in my early 20s and mid 20s up until almost my 30s, I was on some emotionally not available. My wall was up. You couldn't even get me to like pretend I cared about something. I may have cared, but you never knew I cared about nothing. Like you had to really I had the guys. I would, not all of them, but for the most part, the ones I felt that didn't deserve my emotions didn't get nothing from me. And they will be like that needy. Like, you don't even hug me. You don't you don't give a fuck, because I don't. Like, until you show me you actually give a fuck and really invested, I'm off. Like, I was checked out. And so it's a catch. It's like a flip side of everything. So you have to be, when you're talking about waiting for somebody, it's like, at what point, like, how long are you going to wait for? How many times you're going to have a conversation about, I need you to be this part. I need you to add this to the relationship. I can't do this if you're going to be disconnected in this aspect, or not a part of the situation in this aspect. You have to, ain't nobody going to beg you to be there. Whether it's emotionally, physically, spiritually, or whatever. I'm not about to, I've said it to you. I voiced it to you. You don't want to be there. All right, leave me alone. Yeah. Or I'm going to leave you alone. Because, and I say that, and I need to tell myself that now. But sometimes it's easier said than done. But once you get to that point, it's just like, it's a no-go from there. And it's always, this is what I don't like, is when you finally check out of the situation, somehow that light bulb clicks, and it's like, hey, wait a minute. I get it. What you been asking for all this for like a year and a half? I finally got it. And it's like, nah, I'm good. Because by then, you done.
Right.
Like, I've been asking for this, but that's why I said, how long are we waiting to waste our time?
Well, I mean, to Heather Denise's point, though, when that happens, when they do make that change all of a sudden because they see you walking out the door, are you really done, or are you going to get drawn back in from that change, or from that revelation? Are you going to get drawn back in?
But what R. Kelly said, when a woman's fed up, ain't nothing you can do. Like, when you get a female to the point, and I'm like, I've been this way with relationships, 2 relationships in particular. I've been to the point where Like I'm done. Like it's very hard to get me to the point where I am done because I have issues. I have attachment issues on top of that. I don't feel like starting over. So you my person, and I got to let you go. So then I got to meet somebody else. I don't got time for that. I hate that part. So for me to let go, you had to really have severely fucked up, or I had to be so done with the situation and just numb to everything. I'm done. And when I'm that type of done, you can't get back.
Right. Yeah, I feel you.
There's nothing you can say to me. You can change all you want. Oh well, you should have been doing like I did that. Like by the time you did that, I've been and moved on.
True.
And I really don't want you. So ain't nothing you can do about it.
So what you think, Damon? How would you handle an emotional or a mindset change that you're waiting for?
One, I'm mad at you for putting me on the spot like that because I wasn't ready for that. It wasn't in a show sheet. You didn't give me this one. No, but seriously, you have to go in your relationship having a list of what are deal breakers for you. Mm-hmm. What is going to push you over the edge where you won't compromise yourself and your relationship for whatever. Is this person attitude to what they're doing, is it hindering you? Is it going to be a deal breaker? Because what if y'all get into something long term? Like, what if you get married with this person? Mm-hmm. Is what they're doing or not doing supporting you emotionally or whatever? Is this going to be a problem for you from now on? You should just cut it right then and there. If you see a problem, because most people see potential. I can see he could be a good father, but he's not always there because he's always working or doing something else. That's going to be a problem later on if that's going to be a deal breaker. Don't like Brittany said, which I'm mad at Brittany because she's going to make me start liking her for agreeing with me on my post. So, yeah, but is that going to be a deal breaker? I mean,
and that's true too, Brittany. Things do change. You start the same, but sometimes it changes. Mm-hmm. But and on top of that, like you should know where somebody's priorities at in a relationship at some point prior to even getting that far. Like you can tell somebody's priorities by simple things they do. If you pay attention and not like, I mean, even though I've glossed over some shit and ignored some certain things, I'm all about priorities. Because one thing, I'm not dealing with nobody that don't know how to pay their bills sometimes. I don't have time to be getting cut off and evicted and shit like that. I need you to be just like to some level, to the degree to where I'm at with certain situations. So I'm expecting your priorities to be in order. Mm-hmm. So for me, it'll never be a situation where your priorities are an issue and we're talking about a relationship. If your priorities not together, we're not getting in a relationship. Like I don't have time to be homeless, losing place, getting financially distraught because you ain't got your life together. Right. I was fine without you. You're not gonna take me down with you. I'm good.
Now, Sonny, I do have a problem with that starting off because when I was in my 20s, I made some good money. But for some reason, I was horrible at paying bills. Not through lack of trying, just because I wasn't taught how to manage my money correctly. Or it's just like one of those things that you have to learn through some trials and hardships. Not everybody is financially able to do a lot of things. Sometimes people later on have to show them down the line, or they just might have to sink or swim through what they got. Right. I'm not saying that you're totally wrong with how you feel, because you do need to have yourself prioritized. Like like I said, I've made some good money, but it's like, man, why is this late? I made X amount of money last week. It was like looking at your watch, your clock, and just like, all right, got to struggle for a while. Just you gotta know how to prioritize.
No, Dame. That's one thing it's one thing to have troubles here and there. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about consistently the same problem. Right. We're not gonna work, because if I'm dating you and you always about to get evicted or having financial problems, we're not gonna make it.
Right.
I don't know.
Because I don't want to do that. Too, right? You want to spend your money too.
I ain't trying to be like, if I'm not dealing with the mess that you're dealing with, I got my own shit. I'm not going to add you on and deal with that mess. No, I'm good.
Right.
I don't need that in my life. I didn't sign up for that, because I know that me having a place to stay. Y'all is really in the background acting up.
I love your company. I love your company.
That's my daughter. That was my daughter that time. No, that was Ash. Oh my God. They don't want to be on. They don't want to join the podcast. They're not together, but they keep walking by like,
Right, exactly. Yeah.
The peanut gallery.
I definitely feel like emotional and mindset changes are some of the hardest ones. I think when you're talking about trying to motivate someone, that can be a temporary thing. You can definitely, like, I can see taking some time out to let somebody get their potential, especially if they have the ambition to get the potential. They just need some kind of motivation. They need that push, right? And what I've learned, like you said, Sonny, is that a lot of times you can't be the one to push them. Sometimes you got to either let the world push them, or you have to maybe take that step to say, you know what, either you get the motivation, or I gotta go, and then that'll motivate them. I mean, I don't like using ultimatums, because ultimatums usually lead to disaster as well.
Yep.
But I think that when you are dealing with emotional changes or mindset changes, those are usually so, especially back again to the original video, to her point was that, the older we get, the more set in our ways we get, and the harder it is for certain people to make that kind of change, a mindset change or an emotional change. And I think that's, like I said, because of, habit, because of sometimes not even wanting to change because you think that your way is the right way, or just being, old dog, can't teach an old dog new tricks kind of situation.
Some people are just complacent too.
Well, yeah, complacent, but I think not even just being complacent. You're talking about being dismissive of your shortcomings. You know what I mean? I mean, I gotta admit, I was told by a female I dated once that I was very what's the word? That I was very or no, this is how she put it. She said that I have a tendency to always want to be right, and that that sometimes that when I'm trying to teach someone something or offer someone some information, that I would be very impatient with them, or very I don't know the right word to use on this one, but basically like I wasn't nice at the time when I would try to teach somebody something. Like I was just, aggressive,
impatient,
and was that
impatient?
Yeah, well, impatient, but not only impatient, but just aggressive with it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I can't think of the right word to use right now, but basically not having patience, not having compassion for them to say, okay, you know what, let me help you through this and get the understanding. So basically, when she told me that, I kind of was like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. You crazy, And I was definitely dismissive of her feelings about me. And so I walked away from that relationship like it's whatever, thinking that I'm right. And so
you realized that maybe you wasn't hanging. Maybe. No,
she said that was one of my problems. You just missed that, Sonny. That was one of my problems. That I have a tendency to always think I'm right. So I walked away from that, and so I got with another female, and she called me out on it early. Like she didn't wait until she was done. She kind of talked me through it, and it was situations that I started to notice when I would be doing stuff with the kids, or it was at the time I was babysitting kids, and there were situations where I would talk to certain people, and then I started to kind of catch myself, and then I started to realize that I did have that problem, that I like to be right. And it was funny because this manager of mine that I worked with.
You're wrong 95% of the time.
Say it again.
I said you're wrong 95% of the time.
So this manager that I had, we were real cool. So sometimes we would have these conversations, these side conversations, and she called me out on it too one time about being right. And so it really started to hit me like maybe that girl was right, that I dated, that I was always doing that. So so I started to learn how to be more careful about the things that I put out, not only to make sure that when I do put information out that I'm accurate, not to be right but to be accurate, but also to be thoughtful and mindful of the other person's feelings or their reactions to it, because sometimes it's not about being right, it's about understanding. And so that helped me become an even better listener. I always thought I was a good listener back then, but I became an even better listener, because sometimes when you're talking to people and you're dealing with emotions and you're dealing with people's feelings and their and just their general minds, their general state of mind, a lot of times it's not about being right or being the one that's correct at the time. Sometimes it's just about understanding where they're coming from and getting an understanding of what they're trying to tell you.
And I think that people, that's the biggest thing with communication is either listening and really hearing what they're saying to you, whether they're verbally saying it to you or is in between that you're not gathering of what they're saying. Because sometimes you know how you try to speak on something or get your point across, but you can't really fully get it together. So the person has to kind of pick it apart to kind of get what you're saying.
Right.
Or someone could be really direct, like, this is what's bothering me, and you're just not hearing them. Because you hear, like, if I say to you, Willie, this is what you're doing that bothers me. This is why I'm upset, because you did this, and this. And your lack of consideration is the problem for me, because you don't consider, like, my feelings in the shit that you do.
Right.
You may feel as that, oh, well, you just being crazy. No.
And some people just need to vent.
That's one thing I hate. You're not crazy. Like, you should never be told or feel like, or have somebody feel like you're being crazy because you're expressing to them what they're doing that's hurting you. Because if you love me or care about me to any extent, if I'm explaining to you what's bothering me, you should hear what I'm saying to you and understand it. Not necessarily to say that you're right. It's whether you're right or wrong. You may not be doing anything wrong, but you also may not realize that what you're doing is bothering or hurtful to somebody. You may not realize that. Like, if I'm doing something that bothers you, Willie, you say, hey, Sonny, this is what's bothering me. And I'm like, oh, I didn't mean it that way. But the way I took it is, you're hurting me.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And so for you to understand that, like, no, I didn't mean it that way. Here's where I was coming from with it, and you just took it the wrong way, and I apologize. Not that we're right or wrong. It was a miscommunication or a misunderstanding of what your intentions were about what you were doing.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So it's hearing that community. That's why communication is key. But then I know sometimes I know people. I know for me, sometimes I fuss in defense. So I may not be hearing your point because I'm defending myself because of maybe how you're wording it or how I'm taking it. I feel like I got to be in defense mode. So I'm not going to hear what you guys say because I'm on defense.
True.
So I'm on constant defense, and I'm not hearing what you're saying to me because I'm on defense mode. And that's where you get that back and forth because you're saying it and it's like, no, I'm defending myself.
And some people just don't want help. Sometimes some people just want a sounding board to the situation. Maybe sometimes it's not always about you. Maybe it's just something they need to get off their chest. And you don't always have to fix everything either. Like, some people don't want everything to be fixed, and that's why
they just want to be understood.
Right. It's like, do you understand what I'm not? Am I crazy or am I not? They just want validation and how they feel and what they're saying. They want somebody else to hear them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great point, Dave. I mean, I've had to learn that too. Is that sometimes it's not about listening to be able to fix something or listen to that person and then be like, oh, this is what I would do in that situation. Like you said, a lot of times they just want to be heard. They just want to be understood.
That's me talking to my guy friends. This is what you need to do. No, I know what I need to do. I just need you to tell me I'm not crazy.
Exactly. That's that too. That could be it too. Because a lot of times, especially when you're dealing with, and this can be men or women, a lot of times some people who are in that position where they're like, this is what happened to me, and this is how I feel that this other person was treating me, or this is how I feel that this situation was going for me. And a lot of times they just need you to confirm that they wasn't tripping about the situation, or that they weren't, And
that's me all the time. That's me all the time, because I know, especially when you know that you're what type of state you're in. Mm-hmm. If you're in an emotional state. And you and I'm a big person. I'm always like, hey, I did this. What happened? And this is what I did. Was that too much? And if I was too much, I want you to tell me I was too much, so I can go to apologize because maybe I was doing too much. Tell me when I'm wrong and tell me when I'm right. Because I want to be. Sometimes you need somebody you may think is right in the moment, and then you're like, yo, that's stupid as hell. Why did I do that? I wish somebody would have told me I was stupid as hell for doing that. But like sometimes, like, and that's I'm a big person of that. Like I've been asked about 6 different friends the same question, just so I can calm myself to know that I didn't do anything that was. Somebody like you may think it's right. I don't know what that was, but I just feel like sometimes I need to bounce off of people because I feel like maybe did I overstep? Did I not do enough? Am I justified in feeling the way that's a big one. Am I justified in feeling the way I feel? Because if this happened to you, what would your response be? Would yours be similar to mine? So I know that I'm not crazy because it doesn't make sense. Like if it don't make sense to me, like, wait a minute, I ain't tripping.
Yeah.
Tell me this don't make sense.
I feel you there. So another thing I think when it comes to change, and a lot of times that you go through this back and forth is, and I don't know if someone had made a mention of that in the comments, but basically about when you start off with somebody, right, and you're seeing this person for who they want you to see them as, but then you get in a relationship and then they do change, but you want them to change back. You know what I mean? So they flip-flop on you. So
like, where's this person that I met? Where was this person 6 months ago? Exactly. Like, what do you do when you end up with the flip-flopper, the person that had the mask on during the first 20 days, and now you 3 weeks in, and you in love, and then they flip-flop on you? How do you handle that? I've had that happen. It depends. Like I've had somebody I have a relationship with that was one way. We're talking relationship was almost 4 years. In year 2, I don't know who the fuck I got. I don't know who the fuck that was.
Right.
I was like, wait, what? Who's this person? What? Oh, so we're this person now? Yeah, I don't like that person. Can we get back to the other person? And that's who I got for the rest of the relationship until it was over. I didn't like it. And I wanted the old person back that I had met, that I had fell in love with, and all this other craziness. And now I got this crazy person that's just doing a bunch of other unproductive shit, and I can't. So that relationship ended. It held on, but for a little bit, but then it had to go.
Yeah, when do you actually start showing your real self to people? It's like it's always a gamble, a crapshoot. Like when you're trying to meet somebody, get to know them. Like when do you take off the phony mask or the polite stage and let them in to show them the real you?
Yeah, you get the real me 24/7. You're gonna have to. I don't know.
You don't know how to be nobody else?
No, I can't. Like I think the most I've ever changed in my entire life, and I will say this. The one person I was with that I was not emotionally available for, that told me I was rejecting them, and they made me feel like I made them feel like they weren't, like I didn't give a fuck if they was around me or not. They got that part of me for the better part of most of me knowing them. And then when I was when I was in my emotional place that I was in, and I was super vulnerable, they were like, "What the fuck is this?"
Right.
And it's like when I let. Not that I let my wall down. My wall just came down because I had lost my mom. There was a lot of stuff happening at that period of time. So I was emotionally like checked out. Like I couldn't control my own emotions. Like I was stone faced, and now I'm just all the time, and everything hurt my feelings and shit like that. And I'm more of a crier at that point. And he was like, "Yo, what the fuck? The fuck is this? I don't like this. Like, you want me being more emotionally available? Now I'm emotionally available, and I need you to help me." I'm like, and justifiably so. Like, I lost my mom. I had a lot of things happen like right after each other, so I was emotionally spent. And you got that stone wall. Now you got an emotional mess. I love you. All the stupid shit you wanted, you got all of it and some more. And he was like, "Yeah, nah, I don't know about that one."
Right.
I don't know who that is. I don't know if I like that person anymore. And it's like you do that. It's not that I was holding who I was. I just wasn't an emotional person. I had broke after the passing of my mother. So that's you down. Like now, the me I am now is not the me I was back then. So anybody I've dealt with before then is not going to see that person that I was. They're going to see who I am now. And yes, I'm a little bit more emotional now. Do I have my emotions in check for the most part? Yeah. Sometimes I have upset days. I'm still in the grieving process. So I go through different emotional states. So at the point of like, if you knew me back then, you would know a different person, and as different a person than me. Have I flip flopped or have I changed for no reason? No, I've changed for a valid reason. I still am who I am. I'm my authentic self. I'm just a little bit more emotional than normal. And I don't
Never
think
allow
nobody in my
Taylor
life is
Seals
like,
to comment ever again.
well, never
No, I know it's my
always be
girl.
used
Hey
as
Taylor.
they don't know what they see is what they get if they don't like you. Oh yeah, they don't listen. You will see exactly who I am. I don't pull no punches. You might see me with my hair not done. You're gonna see all of it. Like, listen, this is me. At 37, I don't have time to pretend to be somebody that I'm not. I am authentically myself. As my podcast says, unreservedly me, this is me.
Right. No
Mm-hmm.
doubt.
And we got a banner just for you too.
You have to like me or not.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
As
We
much as
have a
you're gonna
banner.
like me or you don't. I got a good heart, and maybe you just, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel the same way. I'm definitely, what you guys have mentioned. I'm definitely not feeling dealing with a person who flip flops. For one, I've always tried my best to be who I really am when I'm presenting myself to someone. I kind of vaguely remember maybe trying to put on this good face or this, maybe this I don't know, a better exterior when I was young. I was like super young, because it's kind of seems like the thing you would do. It's like I gotta impress this girl, and I gotta, make her think I'm just all that, and I do remember, trying to do that at one point when I was really young, but then quickly learning, like, it's hard to be somebody else. It's hard to put a face on that's not your own, and try to be somebody that you're not, because you can't keep that up. And some people do it. Some people are extremely good at putting on, and a lot of my friends that I've talked to about stuff like this, or people that I've seen in the past that go through this, a lot of times it's narcissists are really good at this. They put on
absolutely.
They put on this whole bodysuit of goodness, awesome attitude, great to you, great to your kids, or great to, whatever the case may be. But then as you get further into the relationship, you start to realize that they gaslighting you, that they treating you like crap, because they're basically making you feel like everything that they do wrong is your fault. And then, the situation of just overall their mindset starts to evolve or change immediately once you get kind of locked into that relationship. They do things for you to make you feel like you owe them, or they do things to make you feel like you've done something for them, or they've done something for you that you need to pay them back for by staying in that relationship. So you see a lot of that happening. And so, like I said, I try my best to really be real upfront, real transparent, with the person I'm dating. Like, this is me, because I definitely don't want to have to figure out what I told them 6 months ago about how I am,
Exactly.
And something I can't either live up to or something I can't reproduce. So,
like I said, every day I'm ashy.
Right.
I lotion up to go to work and go to public places.
Exactly. But
when you're with me, I'm ashy.
Yeah, when I'm dealing with a person like that, I definitely call them out early. I think it's good to recognize when you're seeing those changes, when you're seeing those differences between how a person was when they first got with you versus how they are as you're getting through a relationship with them, is to call them out, and be like, hey, like, this is weird. It's like, you were like this at this one point. Why did your mind change, or why did your attitude change, or why you treat me like this, and either they can either correct it or they can get on, because that's a red flag in my book. If somebody is definitely changing especially their attitude and the way that they treat you, that's a big red flag in my book. If it's just like, oh man, oh, when we were first dating, you loved to party, now all of a sudden you like to stay home, and it's like, maybe they're tired of partying, I think that that becomes.
Some females. So I'm just gonna, because I do agree with that statement. Guys always represent. Some females do too. I listen. I got a lot of guy friends that have met female representatives and then they met the actual female.
Yeah. I've definitely been there. I've definitely been there. Not a
So
lot, but I've
I'm
been
not going to sit there. I can't, unfortunately, ladies. I'm sorry, but we're gonna be real grown. We're gonna be real honest.
there. Right. No doubt. No
Y'all
doubt.
be representatives showing up with the lashes and everything else, and have not shown
Well,
yourself. Like, and my biggest issue is that it's not that you can't beautify yourself or make yourself look more beautiful. It's when you don't feel comfortable with being your authentic self with someone you're dating.
mm-hmm.
How are they going to know you if you can't be yourself without all the extra and be comfortable? You have to be 100% comfortable within yourself. Not even 100%, just comfortable enough with that person to be yourself.
Well, and not only just from a beautification standpoint. Like, I mean, you can wear your lashes, you can wear your weaves, you can wear makeup, whatever. But if your emotional state doesn't match now what it was 6 months ago, 8 months ago, 12 months ago, I got a problem with that. You know, if you were like, oh, I'm confident, oh, you know, I'm all about, you know, ambition and goals and this and that, then I want you to keep that same energy. You know, if you're like, oh, you know, I got daddy issues and, you know, I'm a broken soul, then let me know that up front, because I don't want to get involved with someone that changes later on to be like, oh, well, you know, I was just trying to be chipper and happy when I was with you so you can love me, and then now I'm always depressed. It's like, okay, well, you didn't tell me you were depressed earlier. You know, if you wanted, or if you would have told me that you were depressed earlier, I might still went for it. It might have been like, okay, that's fine. You know, we could work on that. You know, whatever the case may be. But if I don't know up front, you didn't give me a choice. You know, you didn't give me a choice in the matter. So now I feel like I've been bamboozled into liking you. But I like this other person that you're representative. I like the mask you had on. You know, now that you're, you know, taking the mask
like on your
off,
happy day, I was good. I was good with you and your happy day. Now you sad and depressed. I don't know about that one.
Right. You know, if you got issues, tell people, come up front. I mean, you know, you don't have to be on date one. That's weird, you know. But when you're going through the motions, and because we all know how the process works, you know, and admittedly, sometimes the process can move quickly. There's times when there's things that are happening. Exactly, Shan. Exactly. It's the secrets. It's the things that you don't want to present or give out that information, but you're so eager to get in that relationship that you're like, I'm trying to get you locked in as soon as possible.
Yeah, but you're missing the key points, like whether or not you have 6 billion kids. Are you a deadbeat?
Exactly. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. Like, how many kids do you have? And then all of a sudden I literally I had this female I was dating, and we were probably, I want to say 3 months in, 4 months in. So we were in a full-on relationship. No, it wasn't even that long. It was probably about 2 months in. And we were already kind of in a relationship. You know, we had already kind of said, you know what, we're going to be exclusive. We're going to do this. And we went out on a couple of dates in the second month because I was in school and I was coming back home, and we would go out. And so I came back one time, and she was had to work or something, and we're like, oh, you know, we can, you know, connect later or whatever. And so I just was like, you know, I'm gonna surprise her. I'm gonna go drop her off something. And so I get to the job. Turns out she had to leave early. Well, at least that's what they told me at the job. So I'm thinking like, all right, I'm gonna go to the house. I go by the house. She run out the house like, oh, I didn't know you were coming here, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, what's wrong? You know, I'm thinking in my mind at first, I'm like, she cheating on me or something? And so all of a sudden I see some little girl at the door. Little girl yelled out, mommy. And I'm like, oh, you got a kid? She was like,
wow.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
she would not laugh at her.
She's like, and then she was like,
I've known people that have done that.
You about that? And I'm like, bro, like,
you know you didn't.
Like, why would you hide a kid from me? Like,
like a whole person.
Huh?
A whole person?
A whole person. She literally hid a whole person from me.
No, it's one thing not knowing and one thing meeting the kid. She held that information from you.
Exactly. And at first I'm kind of like, who's she talking to? You know what I'm saying? And she's like, oh, you know. But it was weird to me. And, you know, that's one of the things that kind of threw me off. Is like, okay, that's just weird to me. And I let it go. You know, I was like, you know what, that's cool, but don't have this stuff from me. You know, there's no reason to hide, especially a whole kid. Like, this is your life. You know, if we gonna date, I should know about you got a whole kid sitting at the crib waiting on you to come home. You know, especially if we're going out or we got things planned and then you all of a sudden can't go, and I don't know because you trying to hide a kid from me. That's crazy. You
That's
know,
a
so
part
I
of
think
you.
that,
I mean, this is a part of who I'm trying to get to know. And if you hide this from me, what else are you hiding?
right. Oh, sounds like this has happened to a lot of us on here. Ambush, yes. Oh my God. So the ambush thing, that that's the thing, and you don't want to get in that situation. If it's a whole kid they hiding, what other situations are they hiding? Are they hiding a whole baby mama, baby daddy drama? Are they hiding issues with, I mean, I had a girl I dated that she told me yeah, hiding whole kids, surprise baby daddy. But this is my thing is that I had a female tell me, I think it was like maybe our third or fourth date, that she had a stalker. And she was like trying to be honest, like, hey, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but there's this dude I used to date, and he just kind of real crazy, and I just don't want you to feel like I'm hiding anything, but sometimes he likes to just show up in my crib. And oh yeah, I'm sure that ended real bad, cuz so it's like she was honest with me, and I appreciated that. You know what I'm saying? Because then we didn't have to have any awkward situations. We didn't have to have any weird situations where there's some dude at her door, and I'm like, who is this? And he say something awful crazy, and I'm thinking that he's telling the truth, and she lied to me at that point because she didn't tell me. So it's like that kind of honesty went a long way, and I was able to be like, okay, you know what? That's fine. It's like, if you need help, if you need such and such, let me know. You know what I'm saying? So we were able to get past that because she was honest with me. She was open. She was also the same female that was like real crazy, and she told me up front she was crazy. She was like, look, I like to do this, I like to do that, I like to go, skydiving, I like to do, and so she had this whole energy that was just like wild, crazy, but in a good way. But it was like, she was open and honest. She was very honest. She was like one of the first females I ever dated that was like super honest, like always just like if there was nothing that, or if there was anything that could have been hidden, she wasn't trying to hide it. She was just trying to let it be known how she was.
Had to have a tropical storm.
Dates, and then she'll be like, oh, by the way, and it's like, oh, okay, all right, I feel you. So it was refreshing. You know what I mean? That it was definitely something that I always said that, if I ever dated another female and could get that, I would definitely cling to that. And I felt like it was helpful because it gave me choices and options, and I think we all like that, to have choices and options in who we're dating.
Now, what you saying with that banner?
Yeah, hiding whole kids and like that's a lot. Like I think, and I've had somebody that I know that's close to me that somebody didn't know that they had kids. They didn't know that they had kids till they saw their child at my house. Like, who kid's that? Why so and so? They're like, what? I'm like, what do you mean, what? I didn't know. What? Wait a minute, how?
Right.
I had questions.
Now, how do you handle flip-floppers? Now, there are some other parts to that too, like people who are getting out of bad relationships. Like, I gave my all in my first marriage, so I thought, emotionally, I told my ex-wife secrets that I've never told anybody else because I'm thinking this is the long haul. We in this for the rest of our lives, yada yada yada. I was betrayed. My trust was, my trust in people was out the window. So my whole demeanor changed as I was trying to put my life back together, put myself back together. And I met my current wife, loving and supportive as she is. She was very patient with me. Of course, I wasn't wearing a mask. I was more healing with her. And I was getting to know myself more and more. And I took out my previous marriage, the things I didn't like and I did like about myself, and what I did want and want to see in others. When I could see myself going through this relationship again, going through another relationship with somebody else, I showed her what I want to be. I treat everybody the same basically, but when I'm dating someone, I might treat you like I treat everybody else, but I go a step further by showing you certain emotions in certain time periods. Like I'll spend more time with this person than I will anybody else. I will put everything else to the back burner. But so I don't think a lot of flip floppers are. I'm not sure if it's
Bad
flip
people.
flopping. No, I'm not sure if it's just
No,
flip
it's
flopping.
one
I think
thing.
it's just
It's one thing to be. It's one thing to be a flip flopper. It's a whole other thing to be a little broken.
yeah.
Two separate things.
Okay.
Two separate things.
That's
What
a
you were
better
going
term.
through was
Yes.
a situation. So that's a very different thing because you can love somebody through their brokenness back to wholeness. But a flip flopper is basically someone who shows you one thing and can then completely change it to something else, and you're like, what the hell? That's two separate things, and they do it because they've been hiding who
Okay.
they authentically are, and they either show up one or two ways. They tired of they can't hold the facade anymore, or they get drunk, and then you see exactly who the fuck they are, and then it's like, okay, so every time
Oh,
you're under the influence, this is who you are. Okay, so
oh, you mean a true serum? Oh yeah, I know
yeah,
about that.
so you and like I said, you're able to be, and that's the thing. Like you have to be like, and this is why I always say about unconditionally loving somebody. Um, you can love people through a lot of things that they go through. You can be in a relationship, you can build a relationship and love them through their situations that they're going through. It's a whole nother thing to be blindsided by the person's true self after you've seen their representative for a longer period of time. Like Willie said, I don't want to say narcissist, but what did you say? Not narcissist. What are they? Was
Talking
it
about,
narcissist?
yeah, narcissists,
That basically narcissists
gaslighters.
that
Yeah.
gaslighters, those who do that stuff intentionally. They're intentionally hiding their authentic self because they know that if you see that person, you're not going to like that person.
Right.
You're not going to be attracted to them. You're not going to love them. Nothing of the sorts. So they hide their authentic selves to benefit because they see what type of person. And you realize that some people latch on to people because they see what type of person you are. They love you because the way that you love them.
Exactly. Yeah. No doubt.
It's not even that. It's not even that they love you. They love the way you love them,
Mm-hmm.
and they
Yes,
don't want to let
it's all
that
about
feeling go.
them. Yes,
Yeah,
it's
because they
about
don't want to
them. It's
let that
how you.
feeling go because that's what they're not used to that, and that's they can feel that. They
Yeah.
may have never felt it before, and they don't want to let go. But that's why they hold on and give you all these false advertising or these false people until they representative shows up.
Yeah, because they want to put on a show just for you to stay with them, not for them to stay with you, because you're the one
Yeah,
making them feel better. And to answer your question, Shan, yes, I am. I actually more open with my current wife because I don't have to walk on eggshells. Seeing what kind of if she's going to flip out on me or not. Toward the end of my first marriage, I had to walk on eggshells. How I'm going to treat her? Is she going to be home tonight? Whatever.
exactly, Rockstar. I know you need to put that comment up. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Once once they feel like they got you, oh yeah, they like, all right, now I'm gonna just sprinkle this. Like they do it in sprinkles. You'll see a little bit like, oh no, that was a slip up, and then it'll keep sprinkling out, and then then next you know it's like full blown. I don't give a fuck 'cause I know you ain't going nowhere. Hey, I'm here.
Right. Well, yeah, that's what I
Now,
was saying. They get you locked in. Once they get you locked in, like I said, either it being the hero complex or it being, I owe you something or whatever the case may be. You just fall in love in general with that facade that they've given you. Then they know that now they can flip because they can recognize when you're in love.
And they can pull you in, and yeah, and they can pull you in by like making you feel like you know them, like simple little personal stories, little deep stuff that they probably weren't telling you about. They didn't have told you. They let you in
Right.
to an
Right.
extent
No doubt.
without going too deep. And you like, oh, I know them because they shared this with me, and I feel so special that they would share that with me. And then
yeah, the
flip,
color is blue. Their favorite color is blue.
flip.
I know everything about
They
them.
can tell you exactly. They can tell you that the sky is purple, and you're like, it is.
Oh
Right.
my God, you're a
It is.
genius.
You are so amazing.
Oh my
Rainbows
God,
and
I like the way you
sunshine.
think.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, and they definitely try to make you feel sorry, because I mean, and that's part of the gaslighting.
You apologize for shit you're drinking. You apologize. You ain't did nothing for.
Exactly. They make you feel like you're at fault for everything that's going wrong, that you're doing something that's causing the things that they're doing to you to happen, that they're making you,
Exactly.
you know,
Y'all need to tune into our show that we did a while back about the gaslighting.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, that was a good one.
If y'all go onto our YouTube channel, and I'm gonna plug this. I don't know, Willie. You can find it really quickly, but go back to our shows. I don't even know how long ago it was, but we did a show
Make your
on
job harder,
gaslighting.
Will. Make your job harder.
Like
I know, right?
Like when you but we had that show and we had to research that. Like, do you understand that if you have no idea what gaslighting is and you don't think
Yes.
about, because people think about abuse as a physical thing or mental and stuff like that. But do you understand that when somebody has you questioning your own thoughts that you know are on point?
I just posted the link in the chat.
Oh yeah, so link in the comments. It basically that's a form of mental abuse.
Mm-hmm.
That you're basically at war with yourself because you don't trust your own thoughts. They got you so messed up that your thoughts aren't safe because you believe their thoughts over your own damn thoughts.
Right.
Like, that's crazy. And to hear that, and then when I look at people's relationships that I've known, I'm like, yo, that's fucking crazy. Like, didn't you see those? I'm serious. Like, it's like when I found out my son was autistic. And you read about the signs and stuff like that, and you read up on it, and then you see somebody's kid at some point in your life, and you like, yo, whether that parent realizes or not, that child is autistic. They don't realize it, but you know it because you done seen the signs. Right. It's like, oh shit. Like that was me when we had that show. I'm like, I looked at a relationship, one of my friends in particular, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, I mean, definitely people should look up the make you delete
exactly.
Never happen. Yep, exactly. And definitely you guys should look up gaslighting. I mean, the current president is a gaslighter. He's a huge
exactly.
Gaslighter. So there's a lot that goes.
He's been gaslighting to the American people. We half of you guys are under his spell. Y'all believe whatever he say. Shit, Beyonce's a gaslighter. Fuck around with me. Let me see.
Dare you?
It's the after show.
Will.
It's the after show.
Will, we need the banner.
But
Will, we need the banner.
Beyonce gaslighted y'all with that whole first baby.
No, not that one. No, not that banner. No, the other one.
No, but I don't have it.
Don't start no shit. It won't be no shit.
The one job.
But no, for real though. Let me see what she say. Right. Yeah. Definitely. I mean, the whole gaslighting thing. They try to attack your psychosis, or your whole, your depression, or they attack your codependencies, things like
comprehension.
Huh?
Your comprehension of understanding the situation, because you're confident about that shit you didn't do, but you so gone ahead that you can't realize that you ain't did nothing wrong. You just apologize, like I said, you apologize for shit you ain't even fucking do. Like they've been, basically they've been to cheat on you. You caught them in the bed with a bitch, and you apologize. I'm like, oh my god, I'm sorry, I caught you. What?
Right.
What? You caught them fucking in your bed? How? Why are you apologizing? What did you do?
Listen, I gotta apologize
come home?
I gotta apologize too. She's like, it's not this whole thing of us breaking up isn't totally your fault, but it's your fault. That's what she basically said. I'm like, what? Wait, what? How does that work?
Oh no, I've definitely seen that. People have a good.
Let me tell you how real it is.
Things deflecting, putting them on you.
Let me tell you how real it is. Your kids could be gaslighters.
Oh yeah, true.
My 4-year-old. I'm
just saying.
I think your 4-year-old is a gaslighter, damn. You better watch.
I have no doubt that she is either. Just.
I'm trying to find this after show topic I wanted to talk about. Of course, I don't know how I.
Of course you did.
Prompted.
No, so I have a question since we're in the after show. Is Kanye really trying to be a president? Like he really trying to run for election?
We're gonna talk about something totally different. You can talk about something totally different.
I just said I don't want to get into it. I just want yes or no.
Is he really trying to, or are you asking does he have a chance?
No, I don't. I'm not worried about. I don't give a fuck if he already has a chance. I'm just saying, like, is that legit? Because I don't watch the news. Y'all know I don't.
Oh, got you. Yeah,
I seen some shit the other day that I think it was on in the background, and I like what? And then I kind of like, all right, let me go to work because this sounds dumb. Like,
wait, you ain't keeping up with Trevor Noah?
No.
In this quarantine show?
No, I haven't been. No, like let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Silky D. So I have been in school since July.
Right.
I haven't watched anything besides I haven't watched anything that had nothing to do with Western civilization.
So all those messages I've been sending you just over your head.
I wouldn't even pay attention to them things. Listen. Let me tell you something.
No, I understand.
If
I understand.
If there wasn't anything to do with school, no.
I completely understand. I'm not mad at you. It's just like, wow, that's a lot of school.
Well, because I had a hybrid course that I don't know if I probably failed. I don't know. But
you got this.
It was hybrid. I've never took a summer course in my entire life. I never will ever again. It's not for
Positive
me,
thoughts.
especially with what the amount of work that I do for my regular job and the stuff I have to do when I'm as a mom with an autistic child. Hybrid classes in the summertime are not for me, especially when the teacher releases the material on Monday and it's due by Sunday.
Right.
No, I got you. Positive thoughts. You got this.
Well, I took my final exam yesterday. I did my final. I had 2 essay papers. I'm done. Whatever happens, happens. I'm never doing that shit again.
I found the question. So this is the question I want to ask you guys. And
got a few minutes.
Got a few minutes. Oh, we got 20 minutes.
I'm telling you, because Dame can talk.
Sonny tried to end the show all early.
Because Dame can talk.
You said Dame can talk?
I know I can. I'm a talker.
No doubt. I think
his knuckles ashy as hell.
We all have our moments. All right. So yeah, here it is. So I was on one of my Facebook groups, and this question came up, and I thought this was a pretty good question. Figure it was worth asking on the show because we grown folks. So if you're a kid, get off the line. And hopefully this loads up because I want to do this intro video real quick because I finally get a all right. So welcome to the after show.
I loved it. No, I love it though. That's cool. Right. It's cool.
All right. So this question came up in one of my groups, and I thought my answer was going to be good, but some people came up with some crazy answers. So I want to know y'all answers to this. Where is the boldest play? Bold. You went.
Oh, I got mine.
You went out. You out of control. You could have got caught, or you could have got in trouble, or whatever the case may be. What's the boldest place you ever had sex?
Wait! Before you answer, I gotta ask: Is Brittany still watching?
I don't know. We still got
just leave it yes
viewers right now. So.
Just leave yes or no, and Sonny, go ahead before I get my answer.
Okay. So I don't know. So I'm gonna say, for me, it would had to have no. So okay. So I'm gonna set the scenario up. I'm at my friend's house. She's in an apartment complex, right? Across the way is our good friend with a couple guy friends over there playing the game, playing PlayStation, whatever. We're all talking and things are happening. We back and forth between things, drinks flowing, anything like that. And the guy that I'm dating says loud enough that I can hear, "I don't eat pussy." You don't? They're like, "Yes, you do. We know you do." Blah, blah, blah. He like, "I don't do that shit. You can ask Red." Do you really want them to ask me? Okay. So I'm over there minding my business. I hear that conversation. I come across the hall like, "What? You don't do what now, sir?" He's like, "I don't do that." I said, "Oh, really? You don't?" He said, "No, I don't." He was like, he said, "And if I do," he said, "if I do," and I quote, "if I do, pull your pants down right now, and I'll do it in front of everybody."
Wait, how does it turn from he doesn't to now all of a sudden he does?
If he does,
this is where
drunk.
I quit.
He was drunk. If I do it right, pull your pants down right now, and I'll do it in front of everybody. Challenge accepted. Who you got?
Wow.
Who you was talking to? Who you was talking to? I was talking about I was early 20s. Who are you talking to? Wait 1 second, sir. Excuse me. Can I lay on you really quickly? Thank you so much. Excuse me. Go ahead. You had the wrong person. You was talking to the wrong person. You was talking to the wrong person. And guess what he did? All right.
That had to be
All
quick.
right then.
Oh no, I'm talking about the elevator.
No, it wasn't quick. It wasn't quick.
Oh no. Oh, she's talking about the elevator. Oh, okay.
Oh, I did that in the elevator at a college too. But like, I think the other one was in front of people because he was talking smack. And I was like, oh, okay, challenge accepted. You got the right person. I'm here for it.
How many people was there?
It was probably 5 other dudes, not including him and me. And he thought that wasn't going. And when we left, he was like, I can't believe you did that. All the people was there. Bitch, you shouldn't have been talking shit. Who you was talking to? You know who you dating.
I still don't know how you go from I don't to all of a sudden now he's doing it right there.
No. He said, if I do, you pull your pants down right now. Do it right now. Okay. Accept it.
I just want to know what he was going to do if you didn't show up, though. How was that going to play out?
I don't know, but he was like, I can't believe you did that in front of them.
Right. That's crazy.
You shouldn't have been talking shit. You was talking bullshit. I don't do that. I bet she come over here and tell y'all I don't.
All right, Dane. What was your craziest, boldest sex location? Oh yeah, I'm assuming Britt's not in the viewers, so I guess you're safe.
No, it's not. No, I want her to hear this just because it was in her state. Actually, it was in her city. It was in her city.
Lord Jesus.
Yeah, you really should pray. No, but it was a couple of places actually. In my car, at my job.
Normal. We all do it.
At my job. Your job is normal. Move right along.
In the job though. We're at in the job. And were you on shift?
Yes, I was on shift, working security.
Oh.
Okay. Security.
And now this is getting interesting. Now where at?
So if something went down, you couldn't protect nobody because you was protecting something.
I don't work there no more. I was in Sterling Heights. The plants. Was it Mound Road? Not Mound. Van Dyke and 16 Mile.
Don't be telling all that.
Metro Parkway. I'm telling him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a plant over there. But the craziest one I had to was my ex-girlfriend from Pennsylvania. We put over to a church.
Oh my God.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Y'all gonna do that on Jesus' land? Y'all ain't right.
Once during the daytime.
What? You saying he did it where?
On Jesus' land.
On Jesus' land? I'm sure Jesus does not own that land.
It is sacred ground. That's terrible.
One time was at night, and the other time was during the day.
That's terrible. Next, we don't want to talk to you anymore, Dane. You're the heathen. Really?
And
we don't want to hear from you anymore. Mute his mic.
You sure?
Right along.
You sure?
I don't want to be entangled with that mess.
Okay,
get him off the line. Girl. Get out of here.
I understand. That's cool.
Get out of here. Get the hell out of here.
The last time would be just out in the street, and no, I can't get too graphic, but somebody walked by and saw me hanging outside the car, so I'm just going. Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Let me just make sure I show this for Dane.
Oh, you got it for me though. Come on.
Why did Sonny go on mute before she got to see it?
Oh, come on, Sonny. You and Sonny. Y'all suck. All right, this is my last show.
I see it. I just put my camera on thing because got people walking in that house.
The banner.
I see it.
All right,
these are not approved by the other GFT Radio shows.
I can't stand on y'all right now.
So some of the answers though were crazy. Like one person.
No, Willie, go to your answer. Don't try to pussyfoot over it.
I'm gonna leave with mine. This is why I thought this was. I thought I was doing okay. I thought I was doing good, but some people said that they were doing it at work on shift, like in the back, like in the stock room, while they're on shift at like, I don't know, like grocery stores and stuff, and in the hallway. The craziest one was somebody did it in the, not the hallway, the stairway at their job in the open.
Oh, somebody at my job got caught in the hallway sucking dick in the stairwell. I'm like, oh, you just got caught with dick in your mouth on the subway in the stairwell.
See, that's wild. See, that's why.
And somebody got caught masturbating and somebody got caught masturbating in the bathroom floor.
Well, there was a guy on my jobs that got caught masturbating in his cubicle.
No, it was a female on the floor in the bathroom masturbating at our job.
On the floor?
Yes. First of all, the floor is dirty. Why would you do that?
I'm about to say, first of all,
I'm just like normal people.
I'm concerned for the hygiene of her nether region. So first off,
yeah, that's terrible.
But yeah, so for me, the craziest place I thought this was crazy is that I had sex with a chick in her mom's bed 20 minutes before her mom was about to get off. Well, we finished about 20 minutes before her mom was about to get off.
Oh, like who? Like that's terrible. That's not even that big of a
No, but she also found out that night that she's
well, I got caught by my mother getting head from somebody I was dating.
Sonny's always
and my mom was like, she saw his
She missed the whole point.
What's the whole point?
The girl found out she was a squirter. And her mom was on the way home from work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
interesting. So she peed all on you. Okay.
It was bad. It just got worse as it kept on going. So, yeah.
Terrible. Oh, really? You got peed on.
But I think
you can't beat the internet, Will. Just let you know that.
No, you can never beat the internet. That's what I found out that day, was that you can't beat the internet, and they always
undefeated.
So don't even try. There's always somebody that's crazier, wilder. I mean, I have seen videos of people jumping out of airplanes, having sex while they're coming down out of the sky. I think
saw people on jet skis.
Jet skis. I've heard of that.
What?
I've never seen it, but I've heard of that.
Oh, I watched some pornography and it was on a jet ski. So,
but you know.
Okay.
I'm start saying like that.
I think Taylor may be talking about the bathroom masturbator. We don't know. I don't know. I
don't know. That was before my time at the job. I just heard about it, and I don't know.
That's all bad. That's all bad. I wouldn't be on the floor of anybody's bathroom doing anything at all.
Taylor, you're too young for this conversation. Go away.
My contact lens, There's my contact lens is dead.
Terrible.
But yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, I've done it. I've got head in the movie theaters. I laid on somebody I didn't know. I said, "Excuse me, do you mind?"
What's with you and laying on other people getting head?
Because they were right there, and the guy said, "Okay." I said, "Thank you." Of
course, he said, "Okay." He was with that.
Oh, the movie theater.
Did he grab a boob?
Thought about it.
That's all I want to know. Did he grab a boob?
The movie theater.
No, what the fuck? I smacked the shit out of him. That's like my fighting thing. He got punched. He got punched immediately.
Yeah.
But I just thought about it.
You're taking real risks there, Sonny. Taking real risks.
About that life. We young and dumb.
I forgot about that one, Will.
Movie theaters always everybody that did that. I just watch the pornograph. These people fucking in the movie theaters. They fucking doing
What did Dane forget about?
The movie theater. That's what I forgot.
Oh, yeah, I've never.
I think almost everybody has sex in the movie theater at least once.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't spend my money on that movie. I want to see the movie.
I fell asleep in the movie. I spent money on
like chill all day. But if I'm in the theater, I'm sorry, sweetheart.
No, actually, I was living in North Carolina when this happened, and they forgot that we were in the theater. And when they turned off the lights, when the movie was over with, the lights didn't come. The lights didn't come on. What?
Oh, Dave, shut the fuck up. Get off the line. Abort. It's almost over. We got 6 minutes. It's almost over. Abort. Save yourself.
Cold for something?
I like banana. I like banana pudding, but I don't think talking about the banana pudding I'm talking about.
It's not for me.
You're talking about, Sonny.
The banana pudding isn't for me. So, and she's actually a good baker.
Oh, I would like some banana pudding, like real banana pudding, not the cold banana pudding.
I want both. I think.
What are you drinking that cup? I thought you drinking H2O. H2O. I can't even talk.
Wait. Where's that banner for you, Will? You need a banner yourself.
He said, I would like both, please. I'll take both for $200, Alex.
You said what, Sonny?
He said, I'll take both for $200, Alex.
I know, right? Well, so
I've had banana pudding.
You've had banana
Not
pudding?
bad. Not bad at all.
I got so many questions after the show.
So I'm kind of thinking we are talking about the same banana pudding. So good, yeah, I have to. I think.
I still want to talk to you after the show. I have questions.
No, you know, Sunny's very open about her banana pudding.
Yes.
About her banana pudding excursions. Oh, Brittany's never had sex in the theater.
Oh, Brittany, you got to step it up. What you doing with your life? I don't know. How old are you? You haven't made it.
Either, Brittany. So I feel you. I said, I'm trying to see the movie. But
we're almost done.
I'm willing to chill. But yeah, but not in the theater. I've already paid the $18.50 at the door. We watching this movie. We finishing this. I'm not trying to get kicked out. Well, we're talking about banana pudding. I don't know if we're talking about banana pudding. We're talking about banana pudding. So Taylor's got banana pudding for $25.
You would not be
banana pudding.
Sir,
okay, cool.
we are not selling your product here.
hey, she's trying to plug. All right, Taylor's banana pudding is $25. It's not banana pudding though. We don't do that here. We don't sell that banana pudding here.
Not for no damn $25.
Platters. Not platters for $25. That's for sure. But yeah. It did. It's grown folks talk radio. You never know. You never know how it's gonna go. So
hold on. I started off with Henny in this cup. It started off a little bit more than this. So listen.
I got water.
Whatever. Cheers. I gotta go because my company's leaving. I gotta tell them bye.
It doesn't take much for me. You said you gotta go. What's what you doing now? It's gotta go.
It's 3 minutes.
It's 3 minutes. We got 3 minutes. Our guests.
Dane?
Our viewers. They're our guests. They're our guests here. They want to see more of us. Their whole
yes.
They want.
Let's do a Thursday show too.
A Thursday show? Okay, I'm with that.
Since I'm no longer in class.
I still got a list full of questions.
Yeah, I'm off class now, so let's do a Thursday show.
All right. Well, y'all heard it here first, folks. We're gonna be back on Thursday night, 10 p.m. Come back here. Check us out. We're gonna be here. We're gonna be here, at least an hour and a half. So definitely check us out, if not longer, because you know how Thursdays go. We get wild and crazy.
Yeah, we already started on this one.
Can we talk about banana pudding again?
Oh yeah, we're gonna definitely talk about banana pudding.
We talk about banana cream, banana pudding, banana cream pie, all that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, banana cream pie. I don't do banana cream pie. I'm sorry. No, I don't do that.
I don't do banana cream pie either, but that's
no, I don't do that.
I don't do banana pudding, but I like banana pudding. There's nothing
wrong with guys that like banana cream pie, but I don't do banana cream.
He don't do banana cream pie. I like banana cream. Listen. All right, so let me give out my info.
No, that's an extra pause.
Let me give out my info because Dame's gonna get smacked out when we get off the podcast.
Right, no problem.
Of course, it's your favorite girl, Sunny. I am Sunny _D. Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and TikTok is surviving as far as I know. And I just did a TikTok last night. Go check it out because Payback is a bad bitch. All right. But anyway, check my blog out. As I said, I am unreservedlyme.com. So check that out.
No doubt. You can get at me at Willie Styles everywhere. I'm Willie Styles on IG, Twitter, and TikTok so long as it still stays in existence. I have not posted any videos recently, only because I thought they were going to get banned. So I was like, what's the use?
You
right?
have to do the part of my Eve video.
Oh, okay. I got you. I'm gonna go do some duets with Sunny right quick. So definitely check out my TikTok. I'm going to be posting some new videos. I heard Microsoft's going to buy them. So yay, we're going to hopefully keep TikTok for a little while longer, and we don't have to worry about the Chinese getting our data. Thanks, Microsoft. We'll just be giving it all to Microsoft once again.
As usual.
Anyway,
I'm
Willie Styles on Snapchat. Don't
That while running a Windows application.
I know, right? I'm Willie.styles on Snapchat. I don't post on Snapchat, but I will follow you and I will check out your videos. So definitely hit me up on Snapchat or check out stylesradio.com for my hot tracks. Oh, I've been posting some super hot tracks. Jagged Edge just dropped a new album.
I heard. I gotta check it out.
Rihanna's gonna be dropping an album soon. Lil Uzi, not Lil Uzi Vert. What's my man name? Young Juice WRLD. He just dropped a new album. What's my man from the Woo? But y'all, we got tons of new albums have been dropping. So go check those out. If you like Drake, I just posted his new songs. So go check those out. Definitely get at us or get at me at stylesradio.com. And I like all that too. She's talking about. Oh no! I still don't like banana cream pie. So anyway, visit me at williestyles.info for all my other links. So definitely get at me. Thank you all for joining. Like I said, come back here on Thursday, 10 p.m. You can catch us. I don't know where Sunny just went, so I'm going to do her part. You can catch us on demand, free, 24/7, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Google Play Music, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Blog Talk Radio, or catch us the live replays on Facebook and YouTube. Don't forget to get your merchandise. I am in these tweets tonight. We got shirts, we got masks, we have fanny packs, and stuff. So make sure you get that at teespring.com/store/GFT Radio. We are at gftradioshow.com or on your favorite social media sites, GFT_radio on Twitter and Instagram, or GFT Radio on Facebook. So make sure you check us out. We are GFT. Get at us. See y'all in a few days.
Banana pudding. Banana pudding.
Mr. Clint.